Arknights is a live service strategy game. That means as time goes on, some units start to suck. Over the years, Arknights has built up a bit of a roster of forgotten units that just aren't worth bringing. I'd hoped modules would fix this. And after some absolutely terrible modules that changed to nothing, that happened in a really cool way. Specialized modules give operators distinct use cases where they get to carry, and no one else can do their job. In normal content, you'd be hard-pressed to find a situation where Rosmontus, a Year 1 limited unit who's always kind of been bad, would outshine Wishadel. In IS, she hits twice as often, and also counts as a sniper and caster, becoming a powerhouse required for certain endings at high difficulties through just raw stats. Phantom and Kalzi both no longer take up 2 slots to use properly, and get much better at their job. Kalzi healing 2 operators, meaning she's actually a medic, and Phantom's clone refreshing his skill. Dusk makes everyone spawn a freeling even when she's not deployed, filling the map with art nuke blockers and synergizing pretty amazingly with fast redeploy operators. Angelina, hilariously, power creeps Holhiak by becoming an art DPS goddess whose skills levitate enemies for their entire uptime. In the near future, Mizuki becomes a self-sustaining blender with 50 attack speed, a self-heal, and constantly pulling enemies towards him, to the point he's incomparable to Ascalon, but in the other direction from normal. And during the same upcoming event, Arketo gives herself and every other offensive or defensive charge operator placed back in the meta, with regular SP gen from her attacks, a 50% attack buff while using skills, and 3 extra rows of range. In Reclamation algorithm, Eunectes gets a taunt when using her skills that cause enemies to repath back to her, and Pepe gets a 90% reduced redeploy time, making her absolutely insane for gathering resources. Operators having specific content where they're amazing has always been a core part of the game, unlike some characters having their talents outright locked to certain chapters or situations. The specialized modules are an option. It's a buff you can select and change out for other modules, so it feels nowhere near as bad as chapter-locked talents just not being available. So I hope Arknights continues adding these modules and expanding them. I hope we get more permanent endgame content, even Reclamation Algorithm 3, because it's really cool to get situations where you can bring back old units you haven't used in a while, and let them shine like you always wanted them to.